You, my friend, are living with Judaism. This was an accusation by a wonderful friend of mine during a conversation about our Jewish philosophy. To which I replied, I'm living with Judaism? Is that like living with AIDS? Well, or living with mental disability? I mean, I'm a modern Orthodox Jew. We live with Judaism. That's what we do. Modernity and Judaism. To which he said, and that is exactly your problem. To live a Jewish life, completely immerse yourself in Judaism, the laws, the customs, the traditions, that's easy. And to live a secular life, to be a Jew only in name, that's also easy. But to live with Judaism, to try to put your Judaism in with your modernity, now that is impossible. What? No! No! So now, in response to this conversation, I now have myself a video blog, whereby I will be studying Mishnah with the internet as my chevrutah, applying it to my Jewish modern life. Okay, that was a lot of words and terms and things, so let's go back. A long time ago, there were these people called the Maccabees. Kidding. Traditional Jewish thought tells us that a long time ago there was a revelation at Sinai, whereby Moses received what the Jews now call the written Torah, or the 5 books of Moses. Along with the written Torah, Jews believe that Moses also received the oral Torah, elaborations on the written Torah. For example, the oral Torah explains that when the written Torah says something like, don't cook a goat in its mother's milk, what it really means is, don't mix meat and dairy. Ever. Right. So the oral Torah was oral, meaning passed down generation to generation by word of mouth. Until eventually, a bunch of guys got together and said, I'm totally going to forget all this stuff, so let's write it all down. So they wrote it all down and divided it into 6 orders or books called the Mishnah. But the Mishnah was sketchy and hard to understand. And years later, rabbis would argue and argue about what these men meant in their notes. And these long arguments by these rabbis elaborating on the Mishnah were also written down. And this is called the Gemara. So, you take the Mishnah and the Gemara and you put it together and you got the Talmud. Which looks like this. The first few lines are Mishnah, followed by lots and lots of Gemara. And the Gemara for that Mishnah goes on for pages, literally pages of elaboration and discussion for one Mishnah. Then there's all that stuff on the side, which is even more elaborations from other even later rabbis like Rashi and Tosfot. Now, if you studied a page back to front of Talmud every day, it would take you 7.5 years to complete the entire Talmud. But people actually do that. In fact, you can follow the official Talmud cycle, where every Jew is studying the exact same page of Talmud at the exact same time. And that official 7.5-year cycle is about to begin again on August 3rd. August 3rd! That's today. Now, I'm not hardcore enough or knowledgeable enough to study a page of Talmud a day. Because Talmud is hard, like seriously difficult to understand, and I'm not up to snuff. But what I will do is study the Mishnah parallel to the page-a-day cycle. In other words, I'll be studying the Mishnah whenever it appears. For instance, the first Mishnah is today, but the next Mishnah doesn't appear again until August 10th. Now, whenever you're studying any Jewish text, it's important to study with a chevrutah, a partner. So internet, lovely people of YouTube, I ask if you will be my chevrutah. Please. And I guess we'll see if living with Judaism is possible or not. Oh, and also, I'm Ilana.